Yo, 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 yo. We back like we never left, man. We were just on what Tuesday? The dish. We here, man. Cat Five, Guru. We got some things we gotta speak about, man. Like I said last show, we this playoff race is getting tight. It's getting tight, man. I'm talking about this NL East. Everything is getting tight all of a sudden. But Cat Five, talk to the people, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, you know the drill. Happy to be here and let's roll.
What's that background all about, man? It looked like you at the Aztecs or something, man. What's going on?
Well, I was trying to find a picture to use as my background that would allow you to actually see the statue, but I'm gonna be blocking it. Now that's the statue the Cleveland baseball franchise named their team after. I, as y'all know, am not a Guardians fan. However, I really, really like this team, and I think they're going to surprise some folks in October. So
That's what they looking like right now. And Guru with his insulting background. They did him dirty last year, so now he's doing them dirty this year. So Guru, talk to him, man. What's going on?
I'm just chilling with my homies. You know, we already clinched a spot. Just waiting. Hopefully, we get the division, but we'll see. Nah, man. You know, it's the best time of the year, right before the playoffs. About a week and a half left. Let's roll. Let's get this show going.
Yeah. Man, sorry Ty couldn't make it. He got some things he got to do, man. But I know next Tuesday, I'm sure he'll be on and rocking and rolling with y'all. And Kyle probably be on here too. But hey, man, let's talk about it, Jorge, man. Let's talk about it. We know one of your worst enemies would love this subject that we're fixing to talk about. But yes. Aaron Judge, he's right there. How important 63, 62, 63?
62.
62? How important is 62 to Yankees history? And how would it hit the history books if he does this in general?
So if you don't know what's going on, you're definitely living under a rock. You know, Aaron Judge, 60 home runs right now, facing Boston. Today, he didn't hit one yet, but this guy he has a legit shot to win the Triple Crown. One, he has 60 home runs, 128 RBIs, and he's hitting 316 right now. This man, unreal season, historic season. And like me and you talked, Trav, before we came live, he's having a historical Yankee season. But to put that in perspective, he's also having a historical season, because if you're having a historical Yankee season, you're more than likely having a historical MLB baseball year, because the Yankees have been around forever. They're the most known franchise in baseball. And if you're doing something in their franchise that's everybody opened up their eyes to, then all of MLB is opening up their eyes and congratulating you. For one, you know, I hope he gets 62. I hope he breaks the record, the AL record. If he hits 62, that does not mean he has a home run record, because there's a man by the name of Barry Bonds that owns that.
Myth, the legend.
Exactly. And, you know, people are saying Judge is having one of the best years ever. He is. Is he having the best year ever? No. Don't get it twisted. He's not. You know, people have short-term memory. People like to say, what have you done for me lately? This is definitely one of the best seasons as of late, but it's not the best season ever. We've seen in our lifetime one of the best years that we probably will ever see by Barry Bonds. But I'll let my man Storms take it over with that, because I know he wants to talk about that. Go ahead, Storms. I'm not going to take your sunshine because I know you wanted to talk about it, sir.
All right. So here's the thing. Buster Olney, I think it was, is the one who, it went viral, was going around Facebook and Twitter and social, saying that Aaron Judge is having the best season by any hitter in the history of baseball. You know what, though? Barry Bonds in 2004, not even the year he broke the home run record, but in 2004, which was actually 4 years or 3 years after that, he got walked 232 times and then was intentionally walked an additional 120 times. Still hit 45 home runs, drove in 101 RBI. He had 135 hits in only 373 at bats in a full season. He played a full season. He got walked so many times, he had less than 400 at bats.
So for you guys that don't understand, when you get walked, it doesn't count as an official at bat. So that's what Storms is getting to. And Judge right now is at 535 at bats.
Here's the other thing. So he also, in those limited at bats, hit 362. He had an on-base percentage of 60.9. 61%. OPS of 1422. Like there just isn't anything that compares to that. Another great season, which was better than Judge is having this year. And this is not to take away from Judge. He's doing something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to likely be the only 60 home run Triple Crown winner of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And the first to drive in 140 runs. It maybe, would you say he's at now 128?
Yeah.
If he hits 140, if he gets 140 RBI, he'll be the first 140 RBI Triple Crown winner since I think it was 1944. Mm-hmm. So this is not to take away anything from Judge, but Ted Williams in 1941, it was the last 400 hitter. He batted 406. Judge is amazing, but 406 batting average, 37 home runs, 120 RBI. He had a 55.3 on base percentage, 1287 OPS, 235 OPS plus, which I know that's been one of the things that people are like, well, that's the best way to judge a hitter, and he's leading everyone in baseball. Well, it's not 235. I don't remember what the number was, but it was under 200.
Right now it's 215.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, still. And Williams didn't even win MVP that year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, he would have in just about any other season ever, but that was when DiMaggio had his 56-game hit streak, so I get it. But anyway, still Judge for MVP. Y'all saw my background last week, so that's still my opinion. But don't be out here saying nonsense like best season ever.
And just to go off of what you said with OPS plus, Bonds that year in 2004, he had a 263 OPS plus.
Jesus.
that doesn't even make any sense. Not to take anything away from Judge, because Judge is having an amazing career year. He bet on himself, and he's gonna win big, and he deserves the contract he's gonna get because he bet on himself. But there's been years that have been better. We saw one, and Storms just gave you another one. So that's at least.
Sorry, not to cut you off, but that wasn't even Bond's only season that was better than this year for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, you're right.
Bonds had a higher OPS plus in 2002 when he hit 370 for the year. So Judge is fantastic. He's the best hitter in baseball, but he's not Barry Bonds and he's not Ted Williams. At least not yet. He could be, but he's not right now.
Hey, man, number 25 for the San Francisco Giants was just, again, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
But we was talking about this before the show, Cat, and what if? And I hate playing the if game, but what if he just run off and hit 70?
I'm here for it. That would be amazing.
Is
And-
we gonna talk about Balco, or are we gonna talk about the shots in the ass? Or, I mean, what are we gonna do?
No more than we will with 62.
Exactly.
Because there are a lot of people out there that feel like if he hits 62, that this is the legitimate single season home run record. I don't agree with them because I saw Bonds hit 77
He was
or 73. Why can't I think of
73.
the number right now?
73,
73.
Yeah.
72, 73.
73.
But I don't know, man. I mean, it's a monumental thing. Yeah, it's the Yankee record. It's the American League record. But you know what? Steroids do not improve a player's eye-hand coordination. They do not improve a batter's mechanics and his swing. And hitting with power is more about getting extension and getting the bat through the zone. And that's more about timing and experience and, watching film and knowing as much as you can about the opposing pitcher and getting a jump on the pitch than it is about strength. So,
Man.
So this is my rebuttal to this, and I tell people this all the time. And I like shoving it in people's face because people like to talk and say, "Oh, but steroids are." Yeah, who gives a shit? That's what brought a lot of people into the game, and we say this. We've said this every time we talk about steroids. The steroids that brought more people into the game with Sosa, McGuire, and Bonds with the home run chase and the home run years that we were seeing. It was amazing to see and brought a lot of people back into baseball. And they wanted that. And when it was profitable, they didn't give a shit. Now that their careers are over, they're making a huge deal out of it. Because why? They're not making profit off of it anymore.
and let's not undersell it. It saved the sport.
Yes.
Baseball's popularity in America had been declining for, what was it, like 15 years in a row?
Mm-hmm.
And the viewership and the revenue, all of it. And the home run race saved baseball.
I got a question. Have they yet proved that Barry Bonds actually was on steroids?
No.
That's what I always get at when asking people, or people talk about, well, he was on this, he was on that. Did they prove it? No.
Nope.
So his record still stands, no matter if you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
His stuff stands. You can't ban him with Rafael Palmeiro. You can't ban him with Julio Franco. You can't ban him with can't put him with A-Rod.
Matter of fact, let all them dudes in.
You can't put him
Let
with
all of
Sammy.
them in. Poppy's in there. He failed a PED
He
test.
failed the PED test.
Can't have it both ways.
We've also said to combat this is that for all the years that we've been playing baseball, pitchers have always been using sticky stuff, and there hasn't been a notice on that until last year, and now people are making a big deal out of that. But before that, nobody was batting an eye to it because it had to do with the pitcher. So what's the difference? There's no difference.
No difference.
It's still cheating.
None.
It's still cheating in the sport, but nobody gives a shit because it's a pitcher. No.
But let Greg Maddux say, yeah, I use spider tack. Then, baseball fans all over America are going to be like, oh, take him out of the hall. He cheated. Like, come on, man. It was It was literally something that 80% of the pitchers in baseball did for years.
First of all,
Years.
Greg Maddux didn't cheat. So shut your mouth.
I'm not.
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying.
I'm not insinuating he did, man.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just
just
speaking
messing with
hypotheticals.
I was just messing with you. If that ever come up, I would be the first to stand on a box.
Hey, if it ever happens, I'm taking this show down off YouTube and editing it, putting it back up, and be like, you heard it here first.
I will have it clipped up for you already. Man. But man, we can stay on that subject all day, but we ain't got too much time to press. But man, what's going on with this playoff race, man? It's tight everywhere except for the NL West.
Most of the divisions are kind of already called for, man. You know, it's the tightest race right now, to be honest, is the East, with about to be 2 games, because Atlanta is currently down against the Phillies. I believe they're still down, but the Mets are only a game. We're about to be 2 games up, depending on the outcome of today's game. Could be 2.5.
2.5.
Yep. The Central right now, St. Louis is up 7.5 games, and that's pretty much sealed up. I mean, to be honest, it's like what, 11, 12 games up. Yeah. The NL West, the Dodgers have been having that since like July. So
man, just simulate their season and just put them first place in the NL, in the NL, man. Just simulate that, give them a bye. They ain't got to play no more. They still gonna be first.
Trav said instead of playing MLB The Show, the actual game is pay managerial and just put them in first place.
Yeah, just put them there. Make your bracket, put them there first. Bye.
And the AL West too, man. Houston got it wrapped up. They're already in division winners. And then in the Central, Cleveland is up 7 games. That's pretty much done and over with. And then the Yankees up 7.5 on Toronto. That's pretty much a lock too. Toronto had a nice little run there, but still, I don't think they're gonna overtake that division. But as far as the seedings go in the wild card,
if we starting today in the playoffs, give me the first seed, and it's 6 teams, right? Or 7?
Yeah,
6 teams. Give me your top 6 teams. Give me your top 6 teams in the AL.
AL top 6, 1 through 6, in the order I'm giving you is Houston, Yankees, Cleveland, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Seattle. There's only 2-game difference between Toronto and Seattle in the wild card, so that can easily be overcome. There's only a 2-game difference, but as far as the 1 through 3 seeds, that's probably the way it's going to stay: Houston, Yankees, and Cleveland. But in the wild card, like I said, Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Seattle, and Baltimore still has a shot, being 3.5 games back out of behind Seattle.
And your 1 seed will have the bye. 4, you said 4, Cat?
Yeah.
So your 1 seed will have the bye. The 2 will play the 6.
No, the first top 2 teams are going to have a bye.
First and second will have the tie. 3, 6, and 4 and 5 play.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So right now, the byes in the AL would be Houston and the Yankees. Cleveland will play Seattle, and Toronto will play Tampa Bay. Those are some good matchups right there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna move on over to the NL side. Right now, it depends who wins the NL East between the Mets and the Yankees, because more than likely that team is going to have the bye at number 2, right behind the
Braves.
I mean, Mets and Braves, excuse me. So we got the Dodgers right now first, then we got the Yankees in second, the Cards in third, 4th is Atlanta, 5th is San Diego.
You heard that, did it, Cat 5? You heard that, did
What?
You heard that. You call yourself
clip that. Travis is going to clip that and share it so many times because you just called your own damn team the Yankees.
Oh, whatever. The
Yes.
fourth is Atlanta. 5 is San Diego, and 6 is Philadelphia. My bad. We were talking about Judge, and I'm still thinking about the season he's having. So here's where it gets interesting, man. Because we said this on another show. San Diego can miss the playoff. There's only a 3-game difference between Milwaukee and San Diego. So basically, Atlanta and the Mets are locked to make the playoffs. They're already clinched. It just depends what seed they're going to get, whether it's 2 or 4. But between San Diego, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee, there is a 3-game difference. And San Diego hasn't been playing the best ball we've seen. I mean, they've gotten a little better as of late, but they could miss the playoffs entirely. And Milwaukee can sneak in with Philadelphia. We'll see.
Mhm.
I think it stays as is.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
We'll see.
And-
Milwaukee made a big
Yeah.
mistake, in my opinion, still by trading Hader, because he didn't start to fall apart until he went to San Diego. And I know you can't just say that wouldn't have happened in Milwaukee either, but just look at the way they've played since. It's like you watch them on the field and they even look different. It's like you can tell they took a big part of the clubhouse out when they traded him. You know, it feels like it fractured the team.
The franchise was upset. There's a whole big thing to where the players were upset. They got on basically the GM and they told him how they felt. They didn't like it. He was a big part of the clubhouse. Everybody liked him. And I mean, you could kind of see in his play too, you know, he didn't look right, and he still doesn't look right, but we'll see if he can be the reliever that San Diego needs him to be. We'll see. Philadelphia right now, man, they're about to take 2 games in a row against Atlanta. Despite I think Harper is now 0 for his last 16, despite him not really hitting the ball. They're looking to make a push. We'll see if that happens, and if they're able to stay there in that spot. But I think you're right, man. And the reason why I say I think you're right is because Milwaukee is a type of team that hits way too many home runs, and they depend on the long ball to win games. And that's probably going to come back to haunt them. And I think they missed the playoffs, and it stays the way it is. But I wouldn't be surprised if Philadelphia moves over San Diego and San Diego gets the last spot, because there's only a half game between them. And if that's the case, the series we're going to see would be with the Dodgers and the Mets having a bye. If it stays the same, I would say the Philadelphia is going to leapfrog San Diego, and we're going to see St. Louis against San Diego and Atlanta against Philadelphia. Other 2 series.
I do think that's going to happen. When I said stays as is, I just meant Milwaukee going home.
Yeah. I think Philadelphia is going to go above San Diego. San Diego is going to get the last spot, and if San Diego is able to pull off that upset against St. Louis, that means that the Padres will be facing the Dodgers in the division series, and I've told you guys. I told Storms this. That's one team that can wake up and can make some noise in the playoffs. I'm talking about San Diego with that lineup they have.
No, you're talking about Soto and Bell.
Yes, but that lineup.
That's the lineup.
Yeah. But we'll see if their pitching holds up.
Have you looked at their numbers since getting to San Diego lately?
No, I have not.
Bell's hitting, and I heard it earlier. I didn't look it up, but Bell's hitting, I think it's 198 since coming to San Diego. And I'm pretty sure Soto was 214. and he's only hit 4 home runs as a Padre. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's also been getting booed in San Diego, man. Something he's not used to.
He ain't used to
You
that.
know, he's not. I mean, remember, him coming up young and raking with the Nationals and then getting a World Series with them. He was their golden boy, let's put it the way it is. And now to go to another city and just being brutal, ooh, that's tough for him, man. And he's still a young cat, it's brutal.
Well,
we'll see how it plays out.
And the concerning thing is, like, every player goes through slumps, but this is not normal for a player of his caliber.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm not saying like, oh, maybe this is who he is now. He'll break out of this, but it makes you want, like, some players' careers are weird, man. It makes you wonder if consistency is going to be a problem moving forward.
Yeah. Well, I mean that'll play out in the playoffs or next year, depending on what happens there, or if Padres are going to try to unload him and get as much as they can for him, which we talked about before would be the smart thing if they're not thinking about signing him long term because they already have Tatis locked up.
On the other hand, how much does something like this play to San Diego's favor for signing him for cheaper? And how much does it lessen the return that they get for him if they traded him after this year? Because maybe suddenly that's not as viable an option, considering what you gave up to get him.
That's very true, but as we know in baseball, man, somebody's out there is gonna overpay. That always seems to happen.
Somebody gonna want him.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna want him, and they're gonna drop off their bag to get him. But you know what though? The more I watch baseball, the more I realize baseball fans are rude, like wherever. Like they are rude. Like, this is San Diego. When has San Diego won anything? And you booing him? You ain't been right since
Tony.
Tony.
In the 70s, didn't they?
You ain't been right since Tony Gwynn, and you weren't even right then.
I was about to say they were only good for a year or two when they had Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn was the only bright spot there, and you booing folks like that? Oh God! But I mean, it's well warranted when you that type of guy, and you ain't producing like everybody thought you was. I understand, but it's still though, you're the Padres. You have no room to boo nobody. You have no room to boo nobody. You're gonna boo somebody. Boo yourself as being a fan of the San Diego Padres. Just boo yourself. But yeah, baseball fans are rude as hell. I've seen more fights within baseball fans than any fans, basketball or football.
They could be ruthless, man.
They
for real.
They ruthless, and everybody holler about Queens. Everybody holler about the Bronx. Everybody holler about Philly, and the Dodgers. Most of those fan bases are crazy. Like, they're fanatics. They get down for whatever. But you got the Padres. Come on, man.
I mean, 84 and 98 were the last time they were worth the shit.
Dude, that's like the Cleveland. That's like wait, this is like one of the best movies we always quote about. And it's Major Leagues when they was the Cleveland Indians. Like, Cleveland, the last time you probably was good with like what, 95, something like that. Well, but you booing. The last time you was good with Jim Tomei, Albert Bell, what's my Kenny Lofton, all them folks like that.
That's not quite true though.
Yeah, but you're booing. You ain't got no business, boy. You've been bad for a minute.
They just played in the World Series in 2016.
Okay, yeah. I'll just keep going. Keep going. Sam. Keep going. We know about that. But I'll just say you boo.
Hey, I'm just being difficult, Trev.
I know. No. But that's the thing though, man. It's crazy. Man, baseball fans, oh wow. Bottom line. If you ain't producing, they gonna let you know. It don't matter if you're the Marlins or the Tampa Bay Rays or the Oakland Athletics. They gonna boo you if you ain't
Ace
producing.
fans can't boo nobody. They got to show up first.
I was gonna say nobody there boo nobody.
You gonna hear it from somebody. Somebody gonna boo you.
Nah, the people that play the
And
drums.
this is gonna be
they're
like
stop.
Major League, where someone gets called to get up in the bullpen. And he's gonna look up and be like, "There's still people here."
Hey, just to give you guys out there a rundown on the scores. The Yankees just beat the Red Sox 5-4. The Orioles shut out the Stros 6-0. The Brewers held on to beat the Reds 5-3. Marlins beat the Nationals 5-2 in the game that no one gave a shit about. The Dodgers and Cardinals just started up at 0-0 in the top of the first. And then right now, may happen as far as what we were talking about. The Rockies are beating the Padres 3-2 in the bottom of the sixth. And the Phillies are holding on, or not holding on, are leading the Braves 9-1 in the top of the eighth. So
That game.
the half a game lead we just talked about may disappear today.
Did you say the Guardians score?
Yes. Oh yeah, I skipped over that. Sorry. Guardians are beating on the Rangers 6-2 in the bottom of the sixth.
Which, if they hold on to that, it brings their magic number down to 4.
There you go.
Speaking of the Guardians, Cat 5, your background. Tell us the little prophecy that you came up with about the Cleveland Guardians.
No. That's for the playoff show.
We gonna wait till Friday.
No.
You got y'all waiting till Friday.
I told you it's subject to change depending on what I see from them in the next week.
Okay. So we're gonna give the good people next Friday. Next Friday, Cat 5 got a quick prophecy for y'all, man. And y'all not gonna hey man, y'all not gonna believe it. So we're gonna keep pushing this content, man. We got a show coming to y'all next Tuesday and Friday. Friday for sure. So we need all y'all turn out. The playoff race gonna tighten up a little bit more. The seedings should be a lot more locked in except for one.
Yeah, probably the last two wild cards. Yep.
Right. So
I got a question for both of you.
Yep.
What would you do if you were the fan that caught number 62?
Not what the guy that fucking caught 60 did. Definitely not that. So the reason why Storms brought this up is because the kid that caught 60 gave the ball back, didn't ask for anything in return, and just I don't know what he got. What I saw
he asked Judge to promise to he asked Judge to promise to come back. He said, "Don't."
That's a child thinking. No, this is a 42-year-old guy thinking right here.
I'd be like, ask Steinbrenner to promise to pay me.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
Put me on season ticket payroll or something.
So I
don't remember. Oh, go ahead, Jorge.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't remember who it was on MLB Network Radio earlier, but he was saying if you catch number 62, you should tell the franchise, I will give this ball back for 0.2% ownership. Well, because they're saying that number 62 could be worth anywhere from $2 to $5 million.
So
I
that's
don't
what
know what the Yankees are valued at, but 0.2%, if it was a $5 billion valuation, would be basically equivalent to $10 million.
Me catching 62, they're gonna have to drop something off to me. Bottom line. They're gonna drop something off.
Here's my thing, and
money, season tickets. I'm gonna Brady the ball. Pause. I'm gonna do what dude did to Tom Brady before he came back and dropped the value on it. I'm getting a bunch of everything. Signed stuff, everything. Material stuff will be in my home.
I'm 100% with you, because the point dude was making earlier, and I agree, is don't just give the ball back. Like, you know, you don't, you can give the team or the player the first option to get the ball by it's life-changing money for whoever catches that ball.
Exactly.
Like even if it was a $100,000 ball, like that's enough to change, if not your life, your year. You know.
So they were saying
if you got kids, you can put that money to a lot of good use.
Oh yeah, they were saying that the ball that he caught could have gone in the auction anywhere between, I think I read $25K to $85K. So that's a huge range, man. And that, you know, for number 60, that could have changed his life. And they were saying hopefully in like 20 years he doesn't regret what he did. But anyway, the Yankees were valued in March of this year at $6 billion. So
it's
if you were to get
0.1% ownership.
So if you were to get, let's say 2%, you're getting $120 million.
Right, but 0.1 would be 3 million. So if that estimate 2 to 5 is accurate, that would be a fair deal for both sides.
3 million won't hurt them folks. 3 million, they make that back in one night.
Man, they make that money.
3 million, they make that back in one night. One night in Yankee Stadium.
Damn fool.
Nah, I would not ask for ownership. I would say tell Mr. Judge that he gets first bid. That's what I would say. He can make the first offer. If I like it, then he gets it. If not, then he can pay attention and make another offer if he wants to.
Make him start it out so you can make him bid higher to get it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Or no, I'd be like, you know what? Give me his personal cell phone number, and I will text him the link when I put it on eBay.
I'll drop the link.
No, I'm just playing. eBay takes 20%. Fuck that.
I want 5 million. Give me 5 million. I'll give you 2.5. Cool, done.
Give me a lifetime luxury box and $1 million.
I'm good.
And make those luxury box tickets transferable. Because if I can't make it to a game, I'm selling them too.
I'm good. I am good. Hey man, not too much to discuss. But again, next week, we jam-packed. Tuesday, especially Friday. Again, man, we're going to be back on the scene, man. I don't think we got too much to go about, man. The final thoughts. Any final thoughts from any one of y'all, man?
What you guys doing?
I will, because Trav brought it up, I will give the people a sneak peek of the what you have dubbed the prophecy.
And if you don't know, Storms is really good at picking what's going to happen, especially in baseball season, because he talked about the Sox. Thank you, Kyle. About them destroying. And he's come up with other ones too, here and there, and usually he's spot on. So when he speaks, you listen.
Before
All
he
right,
goes,
first, I have a question.
yeah.
Being the first year of the new playoff format, after the wild card round, does the 1 seed play the lowest remaining seed, or does the winner of the 3-4 play the 1?
One play the
Lowest
lowest.
seed, lowest.
It's kind of like football.
Okay. So, wait, it's 3-6, 4-5, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So there's never. All right. Yeah. No, actually. Okay. So if this matchup happens, the Cleveland Guardians will beat the Houston Astros.
Oh, I like it. I love it.
Hey, man. I like when Cat 5 do stuff like this, especially how he did me in the World Series. He put over, he still got that picture. It probably
That
popped up in the
was
second.
your one, Trev.
It's two pictures that had me rolling. And that was the Freddie Freeman that looked like old boy off
Home Alone.
Home Alone. and the champagne getting rolled over with Altuve sitting on the box and shit. Those are the two. And when he put the two up, we won. So there it is.
There it is.
Look at them folks, man. Hey, man. Like I said,
And
man.
that one.
Oh my God. Like I said, y'all, man, tune in, man. Tuesdays, Fridays, we're gonna be on 8:30, 8:45 or so. Give y'all a good 45 minutes of power on this dish, man. Again, it's your boy Guru, Cat 5.